been a minute. Sorry I haven't been able to do any new videos. Had company and have been out of town, so I'm excited just to see you guys today. And I know I talked about doing some new detox drinks. I'm still researching that. But one thing I did is I went to the doctor. Thank you so much, Jane, for the recommendation. Great doctor. Really appreciate it. At any rate, she said I have very minimal gluten issues. And maybe she said, don't do any dairy. But honestly, I've really been cutting back on both of those. And let's see, the other day, after hearing this, I had some dairy and I could feel inflammation. And yesterday I had just a little bit and I didn't feel anything. So I think it's a process and we all have to kind of figure out how our bodies work. So anyway, so today, kind of wanted to show you guys what I'm doing. I am going to be making some beef stroganoff, and really easy in the Instapot. So I'm starting with, I have some onions that we froze so that they don't go bad. And I'm going to put like maybe a tablespoon and a half, or a teaspoon and a half, sorry, in my Instapot. Kind of saute those a little bit. I already put some coconut oil. I don't know what you guys use, but I am trying to find alternates to dairy, like I might have put butter in here before. Starting to make a little noise. And I'm gonna let that kind of saute here a little bit. So I don't know if you guys watched my walk video. It wasn't the best, but I just thought Kingwood was too beautiful. I could not keep that from you guys from seeing just the beauty. I'm so grateful to live close to all those trees, and if you know me, I love trees. But it's just beautiful over there. So I have some sirloin beef tips here that are frozen. So that's one thing I really love about the Instapot. You can put your meat in there, brown it up a little bit, and then let it cook, and it's so tender. It's wonderful. Gotta throw this away. Anyway, so I am gonna try to do some gluten-free rolls. If I get a chance, I will be filming that and showing that to you guys. My son can't have dairy either, so we're trying to spur each other on to eat good. And I wasn't eating a lot of dairy, but I'm telling you. And this beef stroganoff, am I going to be able to skip the sour cream? I don't know. What do you guys use? What do you substitute for that? I'm not quite sure. Let's see. Let me show you what's going on in the Instapot. Can you guys see it? It's cooking up in here. And then, as this is getting brown, I have some beef bone broth that I'm going to be adding. I make a lot of bone broth with chicken, but a lot of the beef that I get doesn't have bones in it. Do you guys make your own bone broth for beef? I figure if you do, it's probably really wonderful. Maybe you guys can share some tips with me below. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And hit that bell for notifications. It really helps out the channel. And I just haven't done that yet. So I get my meat from some place called Good Ranchers. And they're, say, better than organic. So I like them. The meat's really good. I get chicken and beef. And we don't use a lot of beef. I mostly eat a lot of chicken or ground turkey. And I was ordering from somebody called Greenberry, but they changed their company, so I haven't tried them again. Let me know if you have and if you guys like them. So anyway, I'm just gonna let this brown on all the sides. I'm gonna add a little, did you guys ever use this? It's really good. It adds a lot of flavor. I'm gonna add maybe a teaspoon of that. along with some organic beef broth. I might even add some water. So I'm debating. I usually like to cook my pasta on the side because it just gets kind of too overly cooked in the Instapot. But I'm going to try it. I'm going to add a little bit of water and a little bit of seasoning. I'm going to try to cook it in the Instapot. I have some everyday seasoning. Trader Joe's. Come on, shout out to Trader Joe's. A little bit of pepper. I'm actually going to add just a little bit of mustard seed just to kind of get some depth of flavor. And when it's done, I might add some nutmeg or allspice, and then just a little bit of some salt. I think we're gonna let this cook up and soften up here. Add a little bit more, maybe, let's see, half a cup of water. I'm just gonna put it in my broth box. Hold on just a moment. Can you see Selah? Gotta have my Selah in every shot. Anyway, about a half a cup of water. And then I think I'm gonna try it with the pasta. I am trying some brown rice and quinoa pasta. It's gluten-free. A lot of people here when I moved are gluten-free. And I don't have a problem with gluten, and I actually was surprised about the dairy. I think my only thing is I get a little inflammation in my throat, but that's about it, but we'll see. I'm gonna do about half a bag of this pasta. Let's see, okay. And then I'm going to start the timer, and I will show you guys what it looks like. See you in a bit. Hey friends, still waiting for that food to be done cooking. It's got a few more minutes. Let's see, I'm going to do a complete experiment. So let's see how this works. I am going to make a spelt gluten-free oatmeal bun. And I'm going to let my bread machine do the work. So we will see how it goes. Now, as you listen to my other video, we're trying not to use dairy as I hold a stick of butter. I'm not quite sure how to do this without the butter, so I figure it's minimal. We don't have anaphylactic shock or anything for me, just a little inflammation for my son. I'm not quite sure. So he may not try these, or he may decide to and see how he does with it. But I don't know how to work the bread machine without the butter in the bottom. So maybe you guys have an idea. I don't like a lot of the replacements because they have their own side effects and issues. So I'm putting in a little bit of butter on the bottom, and then it says to add an egg, which is interesting. We'll see how that goes. So I'm going to add one egg. Make sure there's no shell. Put that in the bottom. And I'm actually going to throw that egg away because I need to use it. So I need to use this measuring cup. Okay, so let's see. I am now going to be adding a cup of milk. And so there's not that much dairy in it. I'm out of coconut milk, but I'm going to try this coconut milk. And you know, we may decide this is gross and we're not going to eat it, but we'll see. I think it's going to be just fine. So we're going to do a cup of this milk. And then I need, let's see, I'm going to do, okay, I am going to add 2 cups of spelt flour. And then I'm going to add 1 cup of the gluten-free oatmeal flour I made. Okay. And put that all in there. Make my little well for the yeast. I need to put 1 teaspoon of salt. I guess I forgot that. Hold on. Do you guys ever look at your recipe a million times? I do, because when things have to be exact, it's challenging. I want to make sure that I don't mess it up, at least with everything within my ability. Okay, so this is 1 teaspoon of salt. And I added salted butter to that. Normally I might do unsalted. And then now I need to do, let's see, 1 teaspoon of yeast. Make my little hole here. And it also says it's like 0.18 teaspoon. I don't have a 0.18, right? Maybe it doesn't say 1/8, so anyway, I have a 1/8 and I'm just going to use a little bit of that because I don't know what that measurement is. We're just going to trust that it's going to be okay. So it has a tablespoon of sugar, which I really don't prefer to do that. I'm going to put a little bit of honey in. This ought to be a good experiment. Cover up my yeast. I'm going to add just a little bit of honey, maybe just like a teaspoon. I'm going to now, let's see, unplug it and plug it back in because I hit the wrong button. Menu, let's see, 4 rolls. Needs to go to 9. And now, you guys can't exactly see what I'm doing, but I got my bread machine here. So now I am going to it is stuck on that. Okay, now I'm going to start it and I'll let you guys see it when it comes out of the machine. All right, my bread's beeping, so I have to check that in a minute with my dough. Let's see. Oh man, this meat is tender. The pasta, way overcooked. Mushy, way overcooked. So I don't know about the pasta. Might have to pull the meat out of here and okay, the meat's wonderful. This is why I cook my pasta separate. Can you see it? Oh well. Epic fail on the pasta. but the flavor is really good, so we'll see. It's kind of like a potato. It tastes really good, so I guess we're eating this for dinner. But you know what? If we don't experiment in the kitchen, we will never know how to cook, what flavor palettes we like. So you got to try new things. So tomorrow I will show you how those rolls turn out. I'm going to let them rise and have them after church tomorrow. And I will see you tomorrow, friends. Bye. Okay, let's see what the bread machine did. So it out. It's a little sticky compared to regular dough, but there it is. Take the paddle out. Then to cut it up and let it rise. Yeah, I did hear it was going to be sticky, so we'll see. I'm actually just gonna make 4 of these. And let it sit here and rise. Okay, we'll see how it turns out.